Good morning, it's Barbara. It is bright and sunny out. It's supposed to be 50-ish today and not windy. Yesterday was very windy. Good morning, it's Barbara. Thank you for joining me for coffee. This is my second cup. Dennis brought me coffee again today. I did not sleep. Maisie banged on the door to get out about 3:30 last night. And I said, Dennis, I'll do it. Normally he does it because he can get back to sleep if I get up and walk around and, you know, I can't ever get back to sleep. But I wasn't sleeping anyway. I'm like, I'm awake. Let me do it. So he got up and got me coffee today. He's such a sweetie. I did a lot of knitting yesterday. Talk to you about my knitting. Did a lot of knitting yesterday on my flax. I did short rows in the back. It's hard to see that. I did not understand the pattern when talking about how to do the short rows. I couldn't figure out, the numbers didn't work from any of the, you know, starting from any of the stitch markers that I had in. Clearly I had put my beginning of row in the wrong place, but that's neither here nor there. There were no stitch markers in this sweater where the, you know, knit 64, you know, turn, make a short row, knit 63 made any sense. You know, it sounds like it should make sense because you're trying to, you have the center back marked and then you're trying to do short rows with that in the middle, but 64 didn't put the center back in the middle. So if you went all the way back where you started, anyway, it didn't work. So I, you know, winged it. Wung it. What's the past tense of wing? I wunged it. Anyway, so I did the short rows, but I am concerned because my problem with the neckline is not that the back isn't high enough. My problem with the neckline is that the front is too high. And I don't know that raising the neckline in the back does anything except raise the neckline in the back. Does it really affect the neckline in the front? I don't know. But I am far enough along after splitting for the sleeves that I can try this on again. So I am going to put this back on my cords and try it on again and see if I think that this is going to work. I have a plan B. If it doesn't work, if it's still too high in the front, because I still haven't added, I have to add a neck band here. But I can do what I did on my first Malin sweater, and I can add the neck band down here lower so that this edge is as high as it's going to be in the front, and maybe that would work. Does that make sense? It won't lower this edge, but it will make this edge the top, and it'll just have the neck band over it like that, and you know, it'll be even with that. So anyway, and make it a little curved. I don't think I'm making any sense, but I'm loving how it's knitting up. I do have a dilemma because I have been alternating 3 different skeins, because can you see the difference in those 2 skeins? This one is way more orangey than the others. The others have a lot more pink. This one is way more orangey and yellow. I mean, it will definitely show. I don't know. You're not seeing, well, maybe you are. That difference is very marked in life. So I am, at the moment, alternating three different skeins. 2 that are like this, but of course they might not be the same either, and then this one, and so this orange is coming in every 3rd row. It's getting complicated, and I'm about ready to do the sleeves, So I think what I'm going to do is detach all the yarns and put this on my tubing and then try it, see what I can do. See how my short rows worked. Doesn't seem like it made it too much higher. Anyway, I'm going to see where I am, because if I don't like that neckline and if I don't think I'm going to wear it, then I'm going to start over on a different pattern. I have lots of patterns that I know I like. And yeah, I'm not going to keep going because I really, really love this yarn and I want to love the sweater and wear it when I'm done. That is my goal. I want this sweater to be in heavy rotation. Now, I did what I said, which is why I have all these different skeins. I did what I said yesterday, and I wound the rest of the yarn for this. And I did block Kim's sweater, although not till right before I went to bed. And I didn't pin it out. I just smoothed it out. Her problem was the front under the V-neck wasn't hanging very well. It had a, so I smoothed it out. I'm hoping that it makes a difference. But I did those two things yesterday. So this is the ball band for my yarn. Arctic Crafts Scrike, and it is fine merino worsted. I thought it was a DK. It's not. It's worsted. 100% Falkland merino, so it is not superwash. So it's 200 meters, so I have 1,000 meters. Should be enough for a nice sweater for me, I hope. But one of 200 meters of that is very orange. So when I'm done with this, and maybe I should have done it before the video, before I vlogged, when I'm done with this, I'm going to go try it on and see how I feel about it. Because I'll stop if I think I'm not going to love it, because I really want to love it. I really, really want to love it. I am wearing my Paloma, which is a free pattern from Espace Tricot. And I have it on over a turtleneck. I wouldn't normally wear it with a turtleneck underneath, because now I can't feel the yarn at all, and it's yummy alpaca. But I wanted to wear it, and I'm not sure why, but when I had it on, it's a cropped sweater, so I had it on over a tank top. But my arms were cold because I made this elbow length sleeves. And so bottom of my arms were cold, and I thought, well, that's silly. Let me just change. So I'm not really feeling the alpaca, but I am, other than its warmth, but I am enjoying wearing it. So I didn't change to something else when I realized I was going to be cold. So I got some fun mail. As you might recall, my Silberling whip, with this yarn, this Outlaw Bohemian Sport, which is 45% Polworth, 45% alpaca, and 10% possum. This is the same yarn as I made Dennis's sweater out of. Well, this is what I'm knitting the Silberling in, and I have decided that I'm going to frog the Silberling. I am not going to continue with it. But I had worried that I didn't have enough yarn for it. So I went on Ravelry and found somebody who got this yarn from Yarn Box. She even sent it in a Yarn Box, which I thought was hilarious. She got the same color in her Yarn Box, and she had 3 of these left. She obviously had used some, because she sent me this little tiny piece. It was so sweet. So I wanted to make sure that when I turned around and re-knit that green, that I ended up with enough yarn to make a sweater and not have to worry about it. And it was very reasonably priced. I haven't checked it against my leather to see if it's the same batch number, but we got it at the same time from the same place, so it's possible. It depends on how big their batches are. I was thinking about that one skein of the Scripe that's so different. Well, I know a lot of indie dyers dye 4 skeins at a time. So obviously that one was from a separate batch of the same color. And that's why you alternate skeins when you're doing especially indie dyed stuff. So I've been doing the alternating. I think I added, when did I add that orangey yarn? I added that orangey yarn right under, right when I split for the sleeves. So this last 3 inches have had that orangey yarn every third row. And I think it's looking fine. It's looking beautiful. I'm loving it. So there's not going to be any worry about that. I just have to keep the same proportion throughout the sweater. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to completely take, remove, cut the yarn off the body, stabilize the body, and then I'm going to do the sleeves, and I'm going to do the sleeves one at a time because I'm alternating skeins. Now what I might do is only alternate 2 skeins, the orangey one and one of the other ones, and do 2 rows of the other one and 1 row of the orange, rather than alternating 3 skeins. The two pinky ones are close enough in color, I think, that it's not going to be a problem to only use one of them on the sleeve. Then I'll go back to doing all 3 of them on the body. Well, then I'm going to do the neckline. After I do the sleeves, I'm going to do the neckline and get that all done, and then I won't have anything to use the yarn for except the body, and I can go down as far as I want. But I am concerned about that neckline. And if I don't love it, I'm going to start over, pick a new pattern. I've been doing a lot of knitting on it, but I have to say that I'm loving knitting that yarn, so it's not such a, horrible thing if I have to keep knitting on it. So I'll be knitting on it and knitting an extra week with that yarn. So, oh, boo-hoo. Anyway, so yeah, didn't sleep well last night, so I expect to sleep better tonight. I seem to be alternating, so that will be good. It's a bright sunny day. I don't have to go anywhere today. I did end up going to the store yesterday, but I'm not going anywhere today. And yeah, we're having leftovers for dinner. Cream of broccoli mushroom soup and frittata and coleslaw. We made coleslaw for when Gary was coming on Saturday, and nobody ate it, so we have to eat coleslaw. We call it pickup at this house. That's what we're gonna have. We're having pickup. I might make popovers. I meant to make popovers yesterday, but Dennis was very busy in the kitchen yesterday working on his wine and things. Oh, and he made the soup, and so he was in the kitchen, and I didn't want to disturb him. And then I forgot and got all involved in my knitting, so I forgot to make popovers. But I'll make them today because our main dish is going to be soup and popovers. Perfect. So there you go. That's the day. That's the plan. I'm going to try this sweater on and then make a decision whether to go forward or to stop. It'll make me sad to stop and frog it and start over on another pattern, but I am not going to have a sweater that I don't like when I'm done. I'm going to have a sweater I'm in love with, so it's worth it to me to do that. And I have made the decision to not go forward with the silver link, so I'm going to frog that at some point too. So anyway, that's where we are. That's where we are today. I also have to sew the seams, side seams on Sammy's sweater because I'm seeing her on Saturday. So there you go. Juanita, happy birthday. I missed your birthday unless it's today. I had it in my mind it was today, but I saw that you had a birthday breakfast. So I got to go watch that video and find out if you say, oh, my birthday's on Thursday, but we're going today. But I didn't watch the video, so I'm not sure. Pisces, us Pisces. All right, anyway, I'm going. Goodbye. Please take good care of yourselves. Please, please stay safe and stay sane. With this is I want to hold it right up where the neckline is. I don't know if you can see that, but okay. So this is the front, and it goes too high. Now there is no room for a, now I can't pull it, oh, yes I can. Can you see that? I mean, it goes right up to here. Right up to here. I knew it. I knew this was a mistake. There's a reason I've never made a flax. It's because of this, and I've seen it, and I knew. I mean, even if I did what I said and make this the top, it's still too high. Damn. Okay, well, now I know before I've gone any further. Shoot. I think I'm going to take it out. I think I have to.